My name is Hicken, John Robert, H-I-C-K-E-N. My wife told me not to do that. You know, I come here with no animosity to any of you men. And however you vote, I want you to know that when I walk through the street and see you, I'm not going to run on the other side. I have Thomas Todd came here in 1856. I guess I'm one of the good old fellers here. I see a couple of others, which no one who comes and lives here likes very well. I see them wave. But I want you to know that I have a piece of land grant property from Ulysses S. Grant. He came, and the property I have, our family has 50 acres, but my acreage was from the land grant back in 1878. Thomas Todd homesteaded 160 acres. I think Lorraine Prevost owned some, and it used to be the Carlisle because she was a Todd. I think Lauren has some around me, but this is the only piece that I know that has stayed in one family for that 125, 30 years, however it is. So I would like it to stay the way it is. I'm not in favor of bond. I don't want anyone's money to be paying for my property and entitle them to come and say I paid for this and I'm entitled to come and tromp around on it. I would like it to stay the way it is. However, I know change comes in everyone's life, and someday it will change. We'll all change. And you just have a hard job and appreciate your work.
I see another hand in the back. There's another hand out there. We have one here on the front.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Potempa, P-O-T-E-M-P-A. I moved out here from the ocean, came out just to check it out for a year, 15 years ago. That's what happens out here. People come out and they stick around because it's beautiful. Everywhere I've ever lived, I've left because of change. It brings me out. Watching little towns and special places grow and sprawl and become anywhere USA. When I came here, I finally said, you know, it happens everywhere. It's just inevitable, like that gentleman just said, you know. And there's just a lot of people in the world, and they just grow. And so when I got here and spent the time to build a house and really make a home here in Heber, I said, I'm not just going to take off when that happens. I want to get involved and have a voice. I've been sitting here all night real nervous about speaking because I haven't been here for 130 years. But this was my chance to get up and say how I feel. And I think it's so, like everyone says, it's so beautiful. And my heart also goes out to those who own property there and are owed something for it. So I think the coolest part is that everyone's here and speaking and saying how they feel in a calm and really passionate way. And I think it really just shows that we can come together and be a community and make something work where everybody in the end is really happy, you know, on some level. And once we go forward with building it up, because there is a way to build it up. You change the zone and somebody will come in and figure out how to change that in a way that we're not happy about and in a way that's irreversible. So, yeah, I agree, you have a tough job, but I think it's a pretty obvious choice to let everyone take a little more time and figure out a way to make it really special like it is. Thank you.
Bob?
I'm Bob Gappmeyer. You got my last name? Okay. I've served on the Planning Commission for a number of years. I think we've been through 3 cycles in Northfields. And, you know, the solution is always development rights. And we've had a chance to do that. And if it stays the way it is right now, it'll just be dropped again. And so people with property rights are going to still be stuck with providing open space. Now this rezone is a super deal. We have lots of developments coming into Planning Commission, and we require a 30% open space, which is, you know, acceptable. Well, we go to a 10-acre rezone out there, you're going to end up with 90% open space. Where could you ask for any better deal? Plus, the ones that can't be built on, it's going to be higher than 90%. I see you shaking your heads, but you know, that's a fact. There's another fact that I don't want to sound mean. We have a lot of people that would like to keep that open space on the top of the landowners. You know, you come here now and you want to close the gate. Let's stop all this development. No one else can come. You know, I've been here just about 70 years. What would have happened? What would have happened if we'd have closed the gate in 1960? Would you have been here?
I'd still been in the basement.
That's right. You would have. Most everyone else would have too. So keep that in mind. Please. Thanks.
Paul? You say I have 3 hours? I would very much like to address everybody that has spoken tonight. I think if I could talk to you a while, you'd come away with a little different attitudes. I've spent 50 years of my life working 2 jobs, trying to put a working ranch together in the Northfield. I've accomplished that. I've never applied for a building permit in the Northfield. I've sat on all the committees that debated what to do in the Northfield. I sit through the development transfer. We told the commission at the time, developers as well as landowners said, this is an unworkable plan. I went ahead and passed it anyway. We've got no takers. None. You say, wait another 90 days? I'll get my checkbook out? No, you won't. It's not going to happen. I was the first one in this county, and you can verify this, when the girl came over from Colorado to check us out on development rights. I was behind it. I got my family together, we talked about it. I told them that I thought this was a good thing, it would never be built on, we're building property, we'd be able to continue to run it as a working ranch. The government funds shut down, those funds aren't available anymore. I advocated the sales tax back when the county had initiated this program. I didn't get the first base. Everybody pays sales tax. Everybody enjoys open space. Did it happen? No. I didn't get the first base for that one. So we have an unworkable program. That's not going to change. Jim Ritchie wants to step up with his checkbook. So be it. Most people aren't willing to do that. Okay, so what options do I have as a landowner? When the county tells me that 8 lots of records on a 60-acre parcel, we went back to 1883, every one of them have been recorded 5 to 7 times. Took in the history of the lots. I had the abstract title of the land. Talked about original land grants. They went back with the original land grants. That's what creates lots of record. I go to the county to verify that. I have one to wipe out my lots of record. I'll tell you why. Because in those days, the county recorder was one man in the courthouse. simple to go around the perimeter of a property, send out one tax notice, one property description instead of 8. It was to the county's benefit, to the landowner's benefit, save the county money. Simple.
Paul, could you wrap it up for about the end of your time?
Pardon?
Could you wrap it up for about the end of your 3
Okay,
minutes?
I will. The point I'm going to make to you is when a person, a landowner, is backed into the corner, you're going to look for what options he has. I'm going to tell you what options he has. You might not like them, but they're very viable options. One is we're sitting right on top of the sewer plant. Come in shallow sewer tank, or sewer lines up through that property very easily. Is the county going to tell landowners in the Northfields that they've hooked up Jordanelle Basin, Lake Creek? You can't hook onto the sewer line when you're sitting right on top of it? How's that going to happen? That's one viable option. The other option, the most priceless resource we have, and that's water. I don't know if you know what the value of water in Hebo Valley is. Steve Farrell knows. Jay Price knows. It's been sold for $10,000 an acre, but I'll explain briefly what that interprets to. The Northfield has a duty of 5 acre-feet per share. You take 100 shares of water for 100 acres of land. 5 times $10,000 is $50,000 a share. All right, you equate that on $100,000 or on 100 acres of property. That's $5 million. You push me into the corner to where I can't do anything with my ground. I'll sell the water off of it in a heartbeat. I'll hate to do it, but the Northfield will not be a wetland, I guarantee it. It'll be just like your backyard. It'll be burned up in 10 days. I can drive my pickup over every inch of my property right now on Tupelo Drive. Wetlands in the Northfields are caused by irrigation water. It goes down to the road and backs it up. There's no wetlands out there, no my property as there is in your backyard. Thank you.